I just wanted to do a cool performance of one of the tricks that I bought, just because I thought it'd be fun, but also I wanted to share a new idea with you guys that I've thought up possibly for a series, if you guys would be interested, which is in the past when I was first learning magic and first starting out, something that I really wanted to know about, I really enjoyed learning about, and something that really kind of was a big question I had a lot of times was how magic tricks were done, and not just in general, but how specific ones, right? Like this one trick, double cross, that was one that was really impressive to me. There was another one, it was also one I saw that I later figured out how it was done, but envelope 2.0, also penguin magic. Both of those were different ones that I had seen, and I really wanted to know how they were done. So what I was thinking was, wouldn't it be cool if I had a series where I broke the rule of magic, and I had every now and then when I would do, I would get your guys' comments on different tricks you would like to know how they're done. I would either do research on them, or I would just try and come up with my own ideas, and then do videos where I talk about how I think it's done. Obviously, unless I own the trick, I won't know for sure, unless there's like a video online that shows how. But I thought that would be interesting, something that I could do, just to kind of give back to you guys for all the support I've been getting, and try and answer any questions that you guys have, kind of like how a lot of channels do Q&As, I think is the name of it, where they just do questions about themselves, but instead do questions about magic, which is mainly the point of this channel, and get your guys' opinions, questions, whatever, about different tricks you want to know the answers to, whether it's tricks people have done on Penn and Teller Fool Us, whether it's tricks you can buy online, whatever it might be. That was just something that I thought that we could do, and then I could try and answer them. And so obviously, being that this is a new idea, I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm gonna start it off with a trick that I actually pretty recently, a few months ago, found out how it was done. That was one that always mystified me, which is double cross. So first I will explain, and I don't own the trick, but first I will explain how the trick works, which by that I mean how it looks. Basically, you tell people that you're able to predict stuff, you have them put their hands out, you take a Sharpie out, you put an X on your hand, and then magically, and it's a Sharpie, you magically rub it away, and then you ask them to pick a hand, they pick one, and X has transported onto the palm of their hand. That's the end of the trick. I've always wondered how it was done. I figured out how he made it vanish by myself. That was my own ingenuity. I figured out he just used kind of similar to Little Door, which is one of the tricks I will be showing you guys that I actually bought. Not uses X or anything, but similar kind of thing with dry erase. I figured out that it was just secretly disguised as a Sharpie marker. At one point I tried making a Sharpie like shell that I could put over a dry erase to make it look good, and it didn't end up working out, which is why it's kudos to them for making it and being able to craft the gimmick to look like a Sharpie marker, but it is dry erase. That's how he can easily rub it away. But the biggest thing, which is what I'm sure any of you that may have heard of it have wondered, or what I really wondered, is how did he get the X onto his hand? And by the way, guys, this is in no way this series meant to make anybody get upset about me sharing the secrets, because ultimately a lot of these I don't know. This is just my opinions, but if it is one that I know for sure, it's because there's already a YouTube video out there, so it's not like I'm trying to steal the secrets, because obviously if they didn't want it to be told, they would probably reach out to YouTube about taking down the video. And if anybody is upset with this, I'm sorry, this is merely for educational purposes. But anyways, so back to the way that we do it. You're probably wondering how they get the X onto the hand. Well, first of all, you have to talk about how they can force a hand, because basically what I'm going to explain in a second is they do have a way of getting the X onto their hand, but it happens before everything else. It happens before the X appears and disappears. It happens before they have them pick a hand, etc., etc. And no, they don't put it on both hands. So obviously they have to have a way to force one of the hands, and the reason they do that is a very big thing in magic. It's something I use in that trick McDonald's Aces, which I do at Culver's. There's a few performances on my channel of me doing it. Make sure to check those out. but it's called Magician's Choice. What it means is it's making it look like you give them a choice, but in reality, you choose what they're gonna say, basically. And no, I'm not talking about mind reading or forcing them to some telekinesis thing. It merely means when you ask them, for example, 1 or 2, if they say the number you want, you go with it. If they say the number you don't, you say, okay, we'll get rid of that number. It leaves us with this one, and either way, you get the number you want. So it's very similar to that. Basically, you already have a hand chosen, whichever one you want, that you already put the stamp on. Again, we'll explain that in a second. But when you already have it picked, and then you find, you ask them which hand, let's just say, for explaining purposes, you have it the X already on the right hand. You ask them to choose a hand, and you have to keep it down. You don't want them to see. Let's say they say the right hand, you would say, great, ready, and then you do whatever, and then you show it appeared. And if it was the left hand, you'd say, perfect, so we'll get rid of that hand. You can put that down. Now we're left with the right hand. Either way, it's a way that you can get to it. There's also another trick that I've heard of. I forget the name, but it's like a little stick with a bunch of colors on it. It's called like Hot Wheels or Hot Rod or something, and so it kind of uses the same thing. Whatever number you have, or they can say any number 1 to 6, and they're going to end up on the same type of color, and then you predict it, whatever, right? ESP sometimes has that too. But anyways, the point is, that's how you do the force card. But of course, you guys have all been wanting to know. You've been watching this video. You're still engaged because you want to know, how do they get the X on the hand? And I know you guys are going to hate me for this, but before I tell you, please, guys, let's just take a moment to allow me to ask you to please subscribe. I am doing a video every week. This week I'm doing 3 videos because I'm trying to see how it would work and if in the future I can up the amount of videos I do every week. But I am posting every week regardless, and I am trying to post shorts. I'm posting all kinds of content, and I'm trying really hard to make good quality for you guys. And I really, really appreciate how close we are to 100. Remember, I do have that challenge for you guys. If we can get to 100 in this next month before we get to 2025, I will post the Cups and Balls tutorial, full-blown tutorial. So make sure that you subscribe and also like the video and comment down below if you want any more tricks answered, and I will try and answer them to my best of my ability. But now then, back to the thing. This is gonna sound so simple. They have a stamp, okay? But it's not a normal stamp. Basically, it's about yay big, both lengthwise and widthwise. And what it is on one side, it's insanely sticky, so that you can stick it to one of your fingers, and on the other side, right, and it's like literally this is how big it is, so it sticks to one of your fingers, and on the other side it is an X attached. It's an X with a bunch of ink on it, so it's like an X stamp. It's a stamp in the shape of an X, right, on one side. The other side is super sticky, so you literally stick it to your first finger, you put ink in it, and at any point when you're asking them, you lightly press your first finger against their palm. And if obviously, even just while you're lifting their hands, like, oh, here, put your hand down more, you can push it whichever hand you want, and it will put the X there. And of course, don't worry if you guys are thinking about getting the trick or whatever. It's not like toxic, and it comes off just as like any Sharpie would, or dry erase. If you're washing your hands, it'll come off, right? You use soap. But anyways, so yeah, so that's how it's done. Sticking on one side, X stamp with ink on the other side, lightly press, and it imprints it onto their hand. And yeah, so that's the gist of it. But anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was just an idea I had. And let me know if this is stupid and you guys don't really want to do this. No worries. It was just an idea I had. But if this is something you guys want to do somewhat regularly, please, at any point, no matter the video, comment down any tricks that you want answered, and I will try picking and hopefully in the future answering all of them, and we'll see where this goes. But that was my idea for today. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'm glad that you got to learn the secret. Make sure, if you enjoyed this, to subscribe and drop a like. And guys, I think that is basically it. I will see you guys in the next video. Love you so much. Thank you for your support. Peace out, guys.
your hand.